Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today for another pick a card reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa and today's video is going to be your December 2021 prediction pick a card. So first of all, I can't even believe that it's already December. I feel like this year has flown by so fast. But this reading is basically just going to get into any general energies, events, people of significance headed your way in the month of December. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you, leave behind anything that doesn't. And just keep in mind with these predictive style readings that energy is always shifting, energy is always changing. So if you see something predicted out for you in today's reading that you're not really loving, do not worry because you have the free will to switch up your actions and switch up your energy and create a different outcome for yourself. So let's go ahead and get into our card selection for today's reading. We're working with 4 piles. Starting here on the left, we've got pile 1. This is a malachite crystal. For pile 2, we have this little orangey heart. Pile number 3, we have a pyrite. And for pile number 4, we have this aqua obsidian sphere. All right, so take a moment to just center yourselves, take a deep breath. Think about your month of December and what's coming in for you. Go ahead and select the crystal or the card you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. Really selecting with your gut instincts versus your eyesight. And when you are ready, you can scroll to the description box below to find the timestamp corresponding to your video. See you there. Hey there, pile number 1. If you all selected the malachite egg, this is going to be your December 2021 prediction. So let's go ahead and see what's coming in for you, starting off with your tarot cards. So we have a 2 of Pentacles coming through. And we have an 8 of Wands. So starting off here, we're gonna add on to this with quite a few more Oracle decks, so just bear with me. We're gonna start here. So 2 of Pentacles and an 8 of Wands. What I'm feeling from this energy is there is movement that you guys are making this month, but I feel like this movement is, I don't want to say stalled, but maybe it is a little bit stalled because we're sort of in this energy of needing to like juggle different things or juggle a lot of balls in the air, if that makes sense. 2 of Pentacles, like right now I'm just kind of traditionally reading these and then I'm going to get into my intuitive interpretation here, but the 2 of Pentacles is usually when we're trying to balance a lot of different things in our lives. We've got multiple balls in the air and it can be like an energy of needing to like weigh the pros and cons of a situation before we take decisive action. So I can kind of see with the 8 of Wands that action is coming in, movement is coming in, but there's like this energy of needing to make a decision is the vibe that I'm getting here. Now, intuitively, my interpretation of these cards, because the images here are a lot different than what I would put for these specific cards, but it almost feels like you guys are like moving away from something or moving on from something. I'm actually getting more of like a 6 of Swords type of vibe from this card where it's like you're trying to find some sort of peace this month. And I feel like maybe a lot of you this month could be dealing with family or spending time indoors with family and things like that. It seems like you're kind of finding comfort and solace in the people that you feel the most comfortable with and the closest to. I also feel like there is like an angel or a spirit guide that's really making its presence known to you this December. If you guys believe in that, it feels like you're being spiritually guided or like you're being protected is what I'm getting from this. So let's continue with these Yule cards. Okay, yes. So we have the energy of storm. So there is something happening for you guys this December you may already know that it's coming because we have this energy of like trying to move away from it, but the Storm card is indicating that there is some like really big change that's coming this month. And I feel like this is about you guys trying to like navigate the situation. You're trying to like weigh your options and move away from the storm, because the Eight of Wands is about like that fast-paced movement. So yeah, there's definitely something that's changing for you. Let me see the other card. So we also have ringing the bells. Ah, interesting. Okay. So, sorry guys, my OCD kicking in here. Yes, so there is some sort of big change or big shift in energy that's coming in for you guys this December. The storm, usually in this card, it indicates pretty massive changes coming your way. And it's the type of change that like pushes us outside of our comfort zone and really forces us to let go of like these things in our lives that no longer serve us anymore. So I kind of feel like Spirit is guiding you to sort of like go through the motions, move through the storm. Don't try to force any changes, because once this big change comes in for you, it's purging out the things that no longer serve you in your life anymore. So whatever you guys are thinking of when I'm talking about the storm, like you're going to know what it is for you depending on your situation. But this could be talking about like, you know, the end of a relationship. It could be talking about like the end of a specific job, like an unexpected sort of energy coming in. But with ringing the bells, this is a cool card because this is talking about using, like clearing the energy, clearing the force field, so to speak, in your home. Kind of like this energy of, you know, getting rid of or cleansing or purging or like removing any sort of like negativity or darker energies from your home and your own personal energy field as well. And it definitely feels like there's something to do with your home that's of significance this month, pile one. So let's keep going and see how this comes together. Oop. So we have new habits coming in. This says it's time to shift out of old energy. That's crazy because that's what this ringing the bells is about. Okay, I love when the synchronicities come in. Yeah, so this is about this big change that's coming in may force you guys to adapt to some new habits or some new behaviors. So this is talking about like new morning or night routines, new jobs, a new route to work, feng shui, a workout or diet plan, turning hobbies into business. So it's like this energy of needing to cleanse and purge out the old so that you can really embrace this newness. And this Two of Pentacles, I think, is about trying to decide what's staying and what's going, in a sense. So in order for you guys to usher in the new habits and clear the energy, there may be something that you're needing to release, right, in order to fully embrace this new energy. We also have pushed out. Your spirit team is nudging you. These obstacles are triggering you out of a situation that does not serve your highest good. Yeah, that's exactly what that storm card is about. So the storm is kind of making me feel like this is a little bit of a tower moment for you guys this month, where we have some sort of like divine intervention from the universe around something that's no longer serving you. And even though it may feel like a bumpy ride, what it's ultimately doing is it's clearing out negativity from your life, and it's ushering in new situations that will serve you in your highest good. Because whatever you guys are dealing with right now is not in your highest good, which is why the universe is like intervening here. We also have compassion. Archangel Zadkiel, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. So this is really beautiful energy. I feel like you guys did pick the malachite. This is a green stone that's really, really great for working with the heart chakra. So I think that any sort of compassion and empathy that you can give to yourself, like give yourself a little grace as you're moving through this energy, the better that you're going to be navigating it. You all may also be needing to help, like support yourself through activities or practices that can help heal your heart chakra or support your heart chakra. So like meditations, things like that could be helpful for you. We also have the counselor. You are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Yeah. So for some of you, I see this as like you are actually the counselor. Maybe you are the person that people tend to come to this month when they're moving through their storms. But I also see this for you as a message of not being afraid to seek counsel if need be. Maybe going to a counselor or a therapist or something can help you, or just seeking some sort of guidance or advice from like someone that you trust, a mentor, a spiritual guru, your angels, whatever that would be for you. Because I feel like it's going to help you navigate. So overall, it just kind of feels like you guys have a big change coming in this month, and it's going to allow you to purge energies that no longer serve you, but propel you into things that are actually better for you. So it's a blessing, even though it may not feel like a blessing ultimately at the beginning when it starts happening. So I'm going to go ahead and close it out there for you, pile one, but drop me a comment down below. Definitely let me know how the message resonated. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's reading, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile two. If you selected this sort of like reddy, orangey colored heart, this is going to be your December 2021 general reading. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot cards. So starting off, we have the King of Pentacles coming in. We also have an Eight of Cups. Okay. So King of Pentacles is telling me that there is this energy this month of taking care of yourself and taking care of your loved ones or people that you feel responsible for. This is also giving me an energy of protection as well. So you guys may find yourselves like in a caretaker sort of energy, or just an energy of like really stepping up and taking care of your responsibilities. I also feel like maybe money is on your mind this month as well. Whether that's like figuring out how to make more money, or figuring out just maybe how you can donate more money and be more generous. I mean, these images here are very like Christmassy, stereotypical like Santa Claus kind of vibes. So I think of gift giving, I think of generosity coming in. But we also have this energy of the Eight of Cups, which Eight of Cups kind of talks about seeking that emotional fulfillment from elsewhere. So there could be this energy this month of like you're in your comfort zone, but there's something else that's calling to you, or maybe your comfort zone is no longer feeling emotionally fulfilling to you anymore. And so we're having to like go on this journey to explore, or to maybe walk away from the comforts in order for us to like figure out what it is that is going to bring us fulfillment. So let's just go in with a few more cards and see what else comes through. So we have the Unknown. Very cool. We also have the Darkest Hour. Interesting. Okay. The Unknown. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. I feel like, it's like you guys, I think, are seeking some sort of fulfillment outside of your norms. And the Unknown is saying that this is a really good month for you to pursue something different, but it might feel a little bit scary, because I'm seeing like how this almost looks like a void in front of her face. Like it's a portal that's open, but it's black, it's pitch black. We can't really see what's in there or where it's going. But I feel like this might be something that's necessary for you all to find that emotional fulfillment. Like this is about pushing yourself out of this comfort zone of this King of Pentacles and trying to figure out what brings you fulfillment. So is the money bringing you fulfillment? Is the security and stability you've built for yourself really bringing you fulfillment? Or can you be guided to find happiness somewhere else? And with the Darkest Hour coming in, this very much talks about like a dark night of the soul sort of energy. This is sort of when we are maybe going through an emotionally tough time. But we're doing it because we need to. A lot of times it's actually not intentional. There's usually something that propels us into this dark night of the soul vibe. And it's like a time where, yes, the energy is tough. We are having a hard time, like figuring out why it's happening, and it doesn't feel good. But when we come out on the other side, we have a much deeper understanding of ourselves. And we've almost evolved as a person because we've been able to do some of this self-exploration of our own soul. So this could be a month where you guys may feel like a little bit, you may be feeling just emotionally disconnected, or just feeling like I don't know, just like you're kind of going through this period of like, of darkness, honestly. But I think it has to do with just needing something different. I think you guys have a lot of stability around you, and it seems like you've been successful in your life with this King of Pentacles, or you're having a successful month with the King of Pentacles, but it's like, it's for whatever reason, it's not really bringing you that fulfillment that you're wanting. So let's keep going. Let's continue. Okay, we have retract your energy. You're giving more than what is needed or deserved. Sit back and relax. We also have 7th house, Libra, and Venus. Interesting. Okay. So definitely with this energy of retract your energy, it's clear, like you guys are walking away from something this month. This is saying there's a situation in your life that you're giving more than what is needed, and you're being guided to relax. So it definitely makes sense with that 8 of Cups, because the 8 of Cups is very much about like retracting our energy. It's about walking away from something that we're not getting emotional fulfillment or validation from anymore. For some of you, this could be talking about a relationship, but with Libra and Venus, I also think of things like comforts, right? Like the comforts of our home, like the comforts of, Venus, I think of like, my house or my, like my things that I have around me. Like there could be some sort of like lifestyle also that you guys are wanting to venture away from. This also talks about the commitment you seek in relationships and how you project and deal with triggers, right? So there's like a removal or retraction of your energy so that you can maybe do some self-reflection on how you are dealing with the things that are triggering you. We have clear your space, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. This is interesting, you guys. If you guys were drawn to pile 1, a lot of these messages are very similar. But yeah, it's like we have clear your space, we have gifts from God. Interesting. Okay. Yes. So this energy of walking away, retracting yourself from the things that no longer serve you is certainly coming through as a really, really strong theme. And this is talking about getting rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. Didn't that come up in another one? That was in pile 1 as well. Yeah, if you guys were drawn to pile 1, go watch it, because there's a message in there about feng shui as well. You guys may need to just like, declutter some of the stuff. When I think of a King of Pentacles, this is someone that has like worked really hard to achieve a certain level of success and prosperity. And I just envision this person that has a lot of stuff around them that they've accumulated over the years. So I feel like you guys would actually be well suited, or well, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it would do you well to kind of purge some of it. Like get rid of clothes that you no longer wear, get rid of just anything that you're no longer using or that doesn't have a purpose to you anymore. I feel like this is going to help just like lighten the energy up a little bit for you. This also can be talking about people or situations too, right? Like maybe there are people in your life that are making you feel chaotic, or situations in your life that no longer serving you. And this is the energy of walking away from that. The gifts from God. This is saying that your angels are bringing you gifts from your Creator, and open your arms to receive. Yes. So you have like potential, I feel, this month to really receive some sort of blessing or some sort of spiritual upgrade or gift that you all are wanting, but it's going to require you to take a little bit of time to explore new things. I think that if you guys can kind of get yourself out of this comfort zone that you might be in and go out there and look around, you'll be surprised at the gifts that are out there for you, the blessings that are out there for you. One thing I think about with the King of Pentacles is like a person that is very set in their ways. Like they've done it a certain way their whole life. They've got all the success. They've got everything they need. They're comfortable, right? Think of your earth signs, your Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Not necessarily always the energy of wanting like change, right? Because we've accumulated this lifestyle that's worked for us over a certain period of time. But overwhelmingly, I feel the message for your month is about like getting out of that comfort zone and getting yourself exposure to new things so that you can start to receive blessings that are different than what you've had before, but that are coming to you in your highest good. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 2. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view this reading today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. If you all selected this beautiful pyrite, this is going to be your December 2021 general reading. Let's go ahead and get started with your tarot cards. Okay, so we have a 7 of Pentacles coming through, and we have the Queen of Swords. Very cool. So I feel like this month, the theme that I'm seeing here right off the bat is around reassessment of our progress and making decisions about where we're going to go or how we're going to do something. I feel like you guys are going into the month having put in a lot of effort or energy into something in your life, whether it's like a project, a creative endeavor, something at work, etc., self-love, whatever it is. You put in a lot of effort and energy, but the 7 of Pentacles is typically a card where we're sort of like taking a minute to reassess the return on investment into the efforts we've put in thus far. So I feel like you're going into this month or exploring that this month and just kind of asking yourself, what adjustments do I need to make? Am I seeing the progress that I want to see, or do I need to try and do something different? And the Queen of Swords is telling me that you're going into that with a very clear-headed, very fair-minded, just wise mindset around it. There could be a conversation that you all need to have around this effort that you've been putting in. Queen of Swords is all about communication. It's all about our thought processes. But more so, I'm seeing it more as like a mindset for you around like reassessing your situation from a really logical, fair-minded perspective. So let's continue with some oracle cards. So we have mistletoe. What dreams may come from the borrowing of ivy held tight within the womb. A calling in of sorts, a spell from above, holy holly. Okay, very cool. I'm not reading that as a love thing, even though I know we think of mistletoe as like kissing under the mistletoe. I'll get to this in a second. We also have reindeer medicine. Journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. Interesting. So what I feel, so this mistletoe energy, let's start over here. So mistletoe, I was reading a little bit about this in the guidebook. This is a really cool deck, by the way. It's called The Seasons of the Witch. Here it is, mistletoe. So the key words that we have around this card are fertility, protection, and the spark of ideas. So when I was reading a little bit about this earlier today, this card is really talking about how mistletoe berries back in ancient times, they were considered seeds of conception and were commonly added to love potions to increase their effectiveness. But this is also a card that talks a lot about like newness, new projects, new creative endeavors. I almost kind of think of this as like the Empress energy in the tarot. So it definitely feels like you guys, like this effort and energy that you've been putting into something has to do with a new creative endeavor or something of your passions that you have been working on, and you're kind of looking to see this month where the progress is. The reindeer medicine talks about being able to pursue, even through struggle, right? So the 7 of Pentacles can sometimes be like a challenging energy because it's an energy of frustration at times. It's an energy of impatience, right? Like we've put in a lot of work and effort into something, and we're still not quite seeing the full-blown results that we want to see. There's still more work that needs to be done before we can get to the level we want to get to. So the reindeer medicine is talking all about the need to persevere, but also connect and make friendships on the way. So for some of you, this could be a message to connect with someone that can support you. Connect with someone that can give you fair-minded feedback or guidance about your situation. But it's also about not giving up. In the guidebook, this really talks about how reindeer, you know, they have to survive in these really harsh conditions in the tundra. They have these antlers on top of their head that are really heavy, but they still keep going. And it talks about how they even can befriend humans at times, which is kind of cool. So I feel like maybe the 7 of Pentacles feels tough. Maybe it feels frustrating that you guys haven't necessarily seen all the results you want to see yet, but this is just a reminder that you're on the right track and to keep going, keep persevering, don't give up. All right. We have scissors, necessary ending, removal, separation, and disconnect. Interesting. We also have the 10th house, Capricorn and Saturn, your social status and what you'll be recognized for in the world. Yes, so I definitely feel that whatever this creative thing is that you guys are working on, or whatever this effort and energy as you've been putting into, I feel like this is something that's going to grow, and it's going to be something that you're going to be recognized for. It's going to be something that gives you a certain level of status, if that makes sense. And it's like, it seems like it's cooking up here for you in the month of December. But Capricorn is an energy of continuing to put in that work, right? Continuing to persevere, like the reindeer medicine talks about. Saturn sometimes can be a really tough energy. This is about like having to deal with the things that we don't always want to have to deal with, the responsibilities, the red tape, like taking care of the material things of the creative project. And I know for me, as someone that's a creative, I don't always like doing that stuff, right? So if you're a creative or spiritual person and you don't always like to have to deal with the red tape of your projects, like that's kind of what this Saturn energy is talking about. That's the way that I'm interpreting it anyway. Now, the scissors are interesting because there's definitely something happening this month that you're needing to release and cut out that's no longer serving you. This could also be why we have that Queen of Swords coming up, because the Queen of Swords is not one to suffer fools. Like, this is someone who is really wise, and they know when it's time for something to get out of their life, and they're not going to mince their words on getting rid of it, right? They're just going to do it because they know it's what's best for them. So I feel like because like we're reading more so about like this situation, right? So this could be talking about the energy of impatience that we need to disconnect from. Could also be talking about the need to maybe distance yourself from the project for a little while, so that you can regain clarity around the situation. Especially if you're finding yourself feeling impatient or just feeling frustrated, you know, that could be something that would be worth doing. Just taking a break for a little bit. Healthy lifestyle, Archangel Raphael. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So maybe something that we're getting rid of this month are bad habits, right? Maybe there are some certain habits that you guys have picked up that no longer serve you, and it's causing you to feel that sense of frustration spilling over into your work that you're doing. This could also just be a sidebar, something different that you guys are adding in the month that has nothing to do with this creativity that we've been talking about. Aw. We also have hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. This is a really special message that's here for somebody in pile 3. So if you know it's for you, you'll know. But there's just a message here from one of your loved ones that's transitioned over that they're saying hi and they're doing good. And they just want you to be happy. Trying to see if there's anything else I'm picking up on here. I also think the healthy lifestyle, if you guys are working on this month, I feel like it's going to help you just approach your situation from a more clear-minded perspective, because when we have this, you know, it's happened to me before for sure, where like I've sunken into like bad eating habits and not being as consistent with my workouts and things like that. And I'm someone that's very consistent with stuff like that. So when I get into a slump, it definitely impacts everything else in my life. So maybe that's something that's resonating for some of you. But I think I'm going to go ahead and close it out there for you, Group 3. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know how this message resonated with you. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view this reading today. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey there, Pile 4. If you all selected this Aqua Obsidian little sphere, this will be your December 2021 general reading. So let's go ahead and start with your tarot cards. So kicking it off, we have a Queen of Pentacles. And then we have a Queen of Cups. Okay, 2 queens, very interesting. Lots of feminine energy coming through. So I feel like this is a month where you guys are, maybe some of you are working on your femininity, or just maybe feminine energy is something of significance. This could be talking about taking a softer approach to something. It can also be talking about taking more of that energy of leaning back and receiving versus being in that masculine energy of action and doing. But the Queen of Pentacles is talking about taking care of your responsibilities, taking care of your material realm and the things and the people that are you are responsible for. Queen of Cups is talking about taking care of your emotions. So I feel like there's this balance or this duality this month of practicality versus spirituality, or practicality versus emotions in a sense. So it's like you guys are in this energy of getting things done, but there's also a need here to continue to check in with your emotions. I'm also seeing that for some of you, you may find yourself in a place of supporting others this month, because both of these queens are highly supportive queens. The Queen of Pentacles is someone that will like take care of you, make sure that you're good physically. Queen of Cups is someone that's going to be that great empath, someone that's a great listener, a therapist even. So there's like this energy of you guys balancing both of those traits this month. Let's continue. I just want to get a little bit more insight here. Okay, so we have the energy of perseverance. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn the spirits within thee. Is it thee or thy? I don't know. Okay, we also have the Star card. Follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light, not too dark, a shimmer of what is coming next. Okay. So perseverance. I think that there's a situation presenting itself to you guys this month that's like testing your ability to deal with challenge. It's testing your ability to deal with maybe things not 100% going your way. I do not feel intuitively like it's the end of the world, though, because when we look at this, like, all she did was she just dumped her apples in the snow, which sucks because it's cold and she doesn't look like she has any pants on. But I feel like, you know, that's easy to pick up. It's just about your mindset, right? So you guys are being tested this month to see, like, if you can maintain your emotional balance and your practical balance through challenge or through struggle. And with the Star card coming in, this is beautiful energy, because this is all about listening to your intuition. It's kind of about this vibe of like knowing you have your own inner North Star within yourself and being able to heed and listen to those intuitive hits that you're getting, because your intuition is what guides you, and your intuition is what guides you, and it's what's telling you where you need to go and what direction you need to go in. So this can be a month where you guys are needing to really listen and honor your intuition as you're making choices and decisions, especially if you're navigating through struggle. This could also just be a month where you're working on trusting your intuition a little bit better as well. Let's continue. We have yes, go for it. Your spirit team is cheering you on. Okay, we love to see that. We also have frontin'. Acting like you don't want something when in reality you do, putting up a facade as if you're better than the truth. Okay, this deck is shady. What's happening? Okay. So I feel like if there's something this month that's not quite going your way or not quite panning out for you the way that you want, it's okay to just get real and admit that. That's what this energy of frontin' is talking about. It's about like acting like you're too cool for school, like whatever, like that didn't work out, I didn't want that anyway. This is just saying that it's okay to say that you want it. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let your guard down, right? Vulnerability is kind of coming through a little bit with a card like this, because when you're putting up that facade or you're putting up the armor, it doesn't allow you to be vulnerable. It doesn't allow you to really emotionally connect, right? So I think that there is something to be said for you this month about just being like honoring how you really feel and not being afraid to tell people. That's where this Queen of Cups is coming from. I feel like this is about your ability to feel and process things that may disappoint you, and being able to show strength in the vulnerability to talk about it. We also have the energy of yes, go for it. Your spirit team is cheering you on. So something you all are going after this month, like your spirit team is saying yes, like this is something that they want you to go after. This is something that's going to bring you success. This could be where this Queen of Pentacles energy is coming from too. Maybe some of you guys are looking for new like career opportunities or something to do with your finances or your material realm, home life, things like that. And it feels like the energy is guiding you towards positivity with this. So again, listen to your intuition, the star, right? Your inner North Star. If there's something that's pulling at you intuitively, Spirit is saying, yes, like this is something that is good for you. Go for it. Okay. Continuing on, we have victory. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. So something is happening for you this month that is going to be bringing you success. So perhaps this perseverance energy isn't necessarily talking about like a lot of struggle this month per se, but maybe it's an energy of just needing to continue to persevere, even when you're not getting a yes right away, or even if it feels a little bit challenging, or maybe if it feels like something where you have to be vulnerable and you don't really like doing that, right? Victory is in the cards for you. So whatever intentions you've been setting, whatever manifestations you guys have been putting out there this month, Spirit is saying yes, you're getting a victory. Always good to see that. We also have clairaudience. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside of your mind or from other people. Kind of two messages here about listening to your intuition, listening to your inner knowing. And some of you, you may actually be clairaudient, where you can hear messages from Spirit. I feel like this is a message, even if you don't feel like you're clairaudient or if that's not something you identify with, this is just talking about listening. It's interesting too, because you guys picked a blue stone, which would be associated with the throat chakra. And a lot of times we think of throat chakra, we think of the way we talk to people, which it is. But the throat chakra can also have to do with the way that we listen, right? So if you guys have a hard time listening, or you have a hard time like hearing what other people are saying and really understanding and processing it, this could be something to be mindful of this month. Is like when you're having conversations with other people, really listen to understand, seek to understand through listening. And when you're in your spaces by yourself, you know, what are you hearing? What guidance are you hearing from your inner North Star? What guidance are you hearing from your spirit team? These are things that are helping to guide you forward. So it looks like a really interesting month for you, Pile 4. I would love to hear how this message resonates. Drop me a comment down below and let me know. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view today's reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.